Yeah, like put up a better fight, so then I could have like risen more and done more. And like he was surviving.
He was.
So
I think the smack was probably the most iconic thing to come out of the fight.
yeah, that I'm very happy about that.
I
And
got
some trading cards.
YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul is not at all happy with Mike Tyson's performance and felt disappointed that the legendary boxer was just surviving in the ring. That's not all he revealed on the podcast with his brother Logan. So let's get into it. Jake finally spoke up about the fight with Tyson with Logan to reveal a few interesting tidbits about the fight. He shared that he barely even felt Tyson's. At this point, both the brothers have disrespected the veteran boxer.
People thought my comment was disrespectful. They were saying,
This motherfucker's so disrespectful. How dare he talk to Mike like that?
what do you mean? Some guy, this dude just said he wanted to fight me. What'd I do?
Yeah.
Leave me out of it.
Well, people are just really hating.
This disrespect came after Tyson said maybe he'll fight Logan next in the ring, to which he rudely responded, "Mother, I'd kill you." And the same night, Logan said that Tyson is no match for him.
Jake, let him live. I do.
He wants to fight you, bro.
Yeah, he wants to fight you next. What about that?
I think he wants money. I don't think he wants to fight me.
Would you take the fight?
No.
Why?
The fight became one of the most popular fights of recent times, garnering millions of views worldwide and selling out a huge stadium.
Flex right now is being Jake Paul's brother. And sometimes it's even being Jake Paul.
You just rock. They
Bro,
just come
Jake,
up to you.
congrats on beating Mike Tyson. I'm like, thanks, buddy. You want a photo and maybe an autograph? Like,
Follow me on Instagram.
dude, like I've signed a couple of Jake Paul autographs.
That's funny. That's crazy.
I haven't, but if someone asked,
Jake's popularity is going through the roof, even if it's not in a positive way, but that doesn't really bother him as much. Logan pointed out the difference in just his views on Instagram.
some of your videos that you've been posting on Instagram, 150 million views, 214 million views I saw on you and your girlfriend Utah.
We're just walking. I don't
Just
know why I
walking.
got so many views.
Being the first person to bring Tyson back in the ring for a professional fight pulled in huge numbers as people wanted to feel the nostalgia of watching their favorite boxer fight once more. In the podcast, Logan printed out a giant poster of the most iconic moment of the fight and discussed what Jake's experience was with the Mike Tyson slap.
So you told me, you're telling me you didn't feel this slap at
I
all?
didn't feel it. I'm really not trying to like be tough or something. It didn't feel.
You trying to
it
be
at
a
all.
tough guy or something?
I didn't even feel a single thing.
How?
Not
You're-
even like.
Jake shared that the slap was weak, and he didn't really feel it as much, although the impact of it looked pretty severe in the poster and in the interesting detail that he revealed about his earring.
How did my eye get morphed like that?
That's high impact velocity traumatic.
You know, he bent my earring too, like 90 degrees.
What do you
The
mean?
back of
what,
it.
What do you mean, really?
Yeah.
Logan didn't really seem to believe him because he felt that Jake wobbled for a bit on the stage, but he denied that as well. Even when he talked about the punches in the fight, Jake continued that he felt nothing.
Nothing. Didn't feel a thing, to be honest.
Bro, your cap.
I'm literally being honest, bro.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Other than that, Jake broke down people's expectations from the fight since many found the fight to be boring and uneventful, saying,
What do they want? They just want me to lose. That's the only way they would have thought it was entertaining.
I think there's a world where
the majority of the people knew that Jake might win considering his youth, but did tune in to watch a proper fight in which preferably Jake goes down or loses and Tyson can come on top once more. But that didn't happen.
That what happened. All possibilities are there when you go into a fight. So
This fight did garner a ton of attention, but most of it has been either hate or negative reviews. Even pro fighters didn't seem too impressed with the fight and the entire matchup. Jake has gotten the sharper end of the stick. He addressed it to say that those who understand the fight will have good things to say about it compared to others.
I don't need to say anything. You know, the people who understand the greatness of it and, you know, have their own lives and are happy with themselves, they're gonna just show respect and show praise. It's the haters who are jealous
And then he talked about the haters to say,
and don't have anything going on in their sad and miserable lives, and they want to bring the whole event down and Mike down and me down and all of these things.
what if it's not as deep as that for some people?
Coming back to Tyson's performance, both the brothers did appreciate Tyson's perseverance despite his age.
Kind of like not really present, just like looking around.
I think he was tired.
Yeah, he was probably pretty tired.
Yeah.
I was proud of his performance, dude.
Yeah. I mean, for his age,
I'm pretty impressed.
he persevered.
He totally did.
Tried and fought.
He did try.
Fought.
But yeah, dude,
Jake went as far as to say that Tyson was tough to hit in the ring, since his movements were more fluid than Jake expected.
To hit, he was elusive. I was missing
I can't believe he can move like that.
a lot of punches. I don't know how he gets off to the side like that.
You know what's impressive is after he gets off to the side, and then he'll come up and parry a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he's still like tuned in with his defense. His defense was impregnable. Impetuous.
A ton of fans, pros, and even Logan felt like Tyson underperformed. Tyson's training videos were extremely misleading when compared to his performance in the open workout and the fight night. Jake essentially called people dumb for believing his performance against a punching bag compared to an actual fighter.
Yep, and people are like, oh, it's rigged because look at him on the pads, but he didn't do this in the fight. Because someone is fucking punching back, you dumb fucks. Like, people don't realize my power.
That is true.
And my jab and my speed and my ability and my footwork to get out of the way of those punches. So then all of a sudden he's throwing at literally air. He can't land those punches on me.
Was he hard to hit?
He even recreated a moment from the day of the fight.
Just
Even
how
the
you can
one
just
he
take
landed-
impact like crazy.
Even the one he landed, I saw it coming and I went like this. And it like,
Your beard throws people off. I don't think they know where your chin is. I don't even know where your chin is.
You don't.
And I've known you.
Moving on, Tommy Fury is the only fighter in Jake's short career to beat him. He congratulated both boxers for putting on a brilliant commercial show.
But what did I make of it? I think commercially and a business sense, thought it was absolutely fantastic. Both men made a ton of money. So best luck to them. Congratulations.
But when it came to the fight aspect, he didn't even think it was a real fight, but a bit of a back and forth between two people in the ring.
But it wasn't a fight. It was a tip and tap. Don't hit me, I won't hit you. Circle the ring a little bit. Make it look good. That's all it was. So I don't really make too much of it.
On the other hand, Roy Jones Jr. is the only other fighter to take on Mike Iron Tyson after his retirement. They both fought in an exhibition match just 4 years ago in 2020. He highlighted that just Tyson's ability to fight and last 8 rounds in the ring at the age of 58 is mighty impressive as it is.
First of all, my hat goes off to him for going 8 rounds with anybody.
Absolutely.
Period. You understand me? I mean, a 58-year-old going 8 rounds, I don't care if they're 2 minutes, 3 minutes. A 58-year-old going 8 rounds is out of this world, number one.
Jones understood that people wanted him to do better, but broke down the fight a little to explain that Tyson's priority was probably to defend himself and last the rounds. Jake does have a couple of good punches that would affect the 58-year-old, which puts him at a greater risk than Jake.
Have a really good straight right hand and a good overhand right and a good right uppercut. So when you try to throw your uppercut, your right uppercut, being that you're 58 years old, you really expose yourself to be hit with his right hand or his overhand right, which are the best 2 punches he got. So in my defense for Mike, why would I go out there throwing uppercuts at 58 years old when I know that that's just going to open me up for a shot that he may catch me with and end my night?
So Tyson didn't want to be exposed to hits that he knew he couldn't take at that age. When asked to draw a comparison in Tyson's fight with him and Jake, he instantly pointed out the legs. Not only were they not the same, but Tyson seemed to have either suffered an injury or gotten significantly weaker since his fight with Jones.
Immediate thing that I made note of on the telecast was his legs didn't look the same as when he fought me. You know, and that's not saying nothing bad. I don't know if he ever had a knee. He may have had a knee injury. I'm not sure. And I wasn't saying nothing bad about that. I just said that his legs didn't look the same. Sometimes 4 years could have taken a toll on him, or he could have had an injury.
Tyson stumbled while walking towards the ring, had a knee brace on, and was struggling with foot movement much more than expected. Jones thinks that it might have been his recent health emergency as well that left him weaker than he himself anticipated.
He went through so much stuff, he almost died. So anything could have happened. We don't know, but I can promise you that his legs were not the same. Hence, he was not able to attack as freely and as often as he attacked me. He attacked me pretty much all night long. Had he been that same person then, he definitely would have beat Jake.
He shared that if Mike had been at the same health and fighting level as 4 years ago, there's no doubt that Jake would have struggled far more and lost the fight. Roy Jones even gave a remark about the glove biting. Tyson was seen constantly biting his glove during the fight, which isn't something he has done before in the ring. The theories about it ranged from Tyson being in pain, being frustrated, to Tyson trying not to bite Jake's ear off like he did with Evander Holyfield.
I never seen him biting the thumb of his glove. This time he biting the thumb of his glove. I never seen Mike do that. Even when I fought him, he never did that. So it's like, I hear them, but nah, something was going on with Mike.
Something wrong with his knee,
yeah. Either he was frustrated that he couldn't do what he wanted to do because of his legs or something. I don't know 100% what it was, but it definitely was something.
You know a fighter's got insane aura when someone like Sylvester Stallone speaks up in your favor. The American actor took to his social media to defend Mike and share his perspective about the fight. He asked Jake to be grateful because Mike spared his life. He shared, "Just to set my personal record straight, business is business. Sometimes you have to do hard things and sacrifice for the sake of helping your family. I have known this unbelievable athlete since he's 19 years old, and what we saw was him giving one of the great Oscar-winning performances of all time. Please, Jake, be grateful he spared your life. Trust me. Keep punching Mike. There will never be a man like you, a gladiator like you, and a soul like you. Keep punching champion of champions. I remember once I bumped into him and thought I was hit by a runaway bulldozer." Other than that, David Benavidez, a professional boxer, shared that while the fight was good, he doesn't think Mike Tyson should fight again. It's time for the old legend to finally hang his gloves and pursue other means.
To be honest with you, I think it was a good fight, good turnout, but I don't want to see Mike Tyson fight no more. I think he hopefully hangs it up. I think it was a good show, but yeah, he needs to retire.
This is largely because Tyson's legacy in the sport was a brilliant one and won't ever be erased. But there's a significant difference between what Tyson was in his prime and what he is now. He went in the fight, put on a good show, and got a paycheck that he deserved, and that's the extent of it.
Could try to hurt Mike Tyson maybe, but you know what I mean? Mike Tyson, you know, he went in there, he made a good paycheck, and he deserves that, you know what I mean? I'm just happy that he didn't get hurt in there, you know, because at the end of the day, Mike Tyson's Mike Tyson, but a 6-year-old Mike Tyson is a different Mike Tyson, you know what I mean? So I feel like it was a good event.
Benavidez continued that when signing a contract, both fighters are to blame. In fact, he appreciated Jake Paul for bringing in fans to the sport and promoting himself in a way that rakes in a ton of money for him, the other fighters in the sport.
With anything he's doing, because he promotes himself really well. He's giving these other fighters that were not making no money a chance to eat, and now they're making millions of dollars, and they're giving them a big stage to perform on, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, people, they just got to see that. He brought 60 million viewers, him and Tyson, 60 million viewers on Netflix. That's never been done in anything in boxing.
And when talking about Tyson, he said that at the end of the day, he did agree to take this fight on for whatever reason.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're your own man. If you agree to the fight, you sign the contract, then that's on you.
Since Jake Paul's fight with Mike Tyson, many high-ranking and popular boxers have called him out to fight. It's almost like the boxing community is offended at a YouTuber coming in to win against a 58-year-old legend. Tyson is up there with other big names of boxing like Muhammad Ali. Speaking of which, his grandson, Nico Ali Walsh, spoke against Jake's victory. Walsh revealed that he had gotten the offer to fight against Jake too, but had turned it down. He said, "Morally, it was an easy choice. I said no before I even heard the numbers. I believe it was upwards of $3 million. Of course, that would be money that I've never made in my career. That would be money that I've never even seen before. But is everything really money? That's how I was raised. You've got to ask yourself, how much does your pride cost? How much are you willing to sell out for? Because that's exactly how it is, at least in my book. Anyone else can do it. But for me, I'm an Ali. I hold my name in such higher weight, I don't believe I should be playing in the mud with the likes of Jake Paul." Walsh reduced Jake's worth in simple terms by denying a huge sum of money. In other words, not everything can be bought with money. Walsh even took to X to say that the fight was an embarrassment, and if his grandfather was alive, he'd be against it too. Walsh said, "Jake Paul is an embarrassment to this sport. If my grandfather was still around, he'd call him out. Absolutely no shame. Love you, Mike." Even if Walsh and Jake were to fight, they both compete at different weight levels, which would hinder their performance. But with emotions charged high in the boxing world right now against, many want to put him in his place. Jake spoke on Logan's podcast, spoke about his friendship with Mike Tyson, saying that won't go away so easily.
Well, for sure. We already, kind of showed each other a bunch of love in the ring, and we just have respect for each other.
Bro, after he fought you.
And lastly, Netflix is being sued with a class action lawsuit by Ronald Blue Denton in Florida, which accused the platform for a breach of contract and the complaints that arose because of the buffering issues and glitches during the event.
In breaking news, streaming giant Netflix is being issued a class action in relation to the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. TMZ reports the lawsuit is over streaming issues and a breach of contract. Thousands of viewers claim they had trouble watching the fight. Netflix is yet to comment.
How did you think Tyson did in the fight? Who do you think Jake will fight next? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more content like this.